therapy can not always just keep you into a state of victimhood. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. It's been so long and I am so excited to be back here on YouTube. So today we're going to be doing a get ready with me chit chat, and I just kind of want to talk about my level up journey, the mental side of the level up, and I hope you guys can find some tips in here that maybe will help you in your journey. But these intros don't need to be this long, so let's get into the video. It's been a while and I am so happy to be back on YouTube. And I just want to talk about my journey these last years. I guess a glow up journey, if you will. I feel like a lot has changed in my life and I'm so grateful for the place that I'm at now. And I just want to talk about it and how you could do the same in your life. And we're going to do our makeup while we do it. And I feel like I had to learn a lot of really hard lessons through dating. Like that's how I've learned about myself and grown into myself, which I think relationships are a great place to learn. But a lot of the stuff I want to talk about is the mental level up, because I feel like that created a ripple effect in my life that turned into a physical level up. Of course, I'm still a work in progress. I'm still learning, but I just love the woman that I've become. I feel a lot more confident in myself, my decision making, and I just trust myself to make the right decisions for myself. First, I want to talk about the tools that I use on my level up journey. I read a lot. I'm a big fan of Dr. Joe Dispenza and quantum physics, to just using your mind to change your reality. I've taken some courses, some personal development courses that have been just really good for me. And not only just taking these courses and reading these books, I've actually embodied the process, which I think is the most important part. There's a difference between knowing something intellectually versus embodying it. And so you embodying it by waking up and actively being different every single day. Because if you just read a book and then move on to the next thing, nothing's really actually going to change in your life, because you haven't changed. Yeah, you've gained the information, but you haven't actually, if you haven't done anything different, then you're gonna stay the same. So I really make it a practice to not only read, but actively every single day make that daily effort to be different. If I say I no longer, a big thing that I've had to overcome is anxiety, and to actively overcome anxiety every single day, I have to do something to improve the anxiety that I once had. If I say I don't want to be, I was a very irritable person, which I'm still working on that, but I've come a long way. But I consciously, in those moments when I'm irritable, I really I ask myself, who is it that I want to be? And it's really, really hard, but I try to just manage my emotions better, which I think is a big one. Managing your emotions, I've had to learn, because I just was not good at managing my emotions. Just the behavior that I would do if I was upset. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a cry. Today, now I'm going to cry, but I feel I just feel better equipped to manage my emotions. But yeah, so reading, meditating, I meditate a lot, and I just try to be very intentional with my meditations that help me to transform the person that I am. And it's literally you versus you in a meditation. It requires you to completely surrender, which is a big thing in my life right now, is just learning how to surrender, and just trust the process, and know that as long as you're working toward your desires, it's going to align with you. I'm hoping this video is not too all over the place, because I haven't been back it's been a while since I've been on YouTube, so I gotta get back into the flow of things, of just the order of my videos. And yeah, but I really just wanted to flow in this video. I didn't want to write too much stuff down and, you know, be so particular, but yeah. So with all of that, the biggest thing is like healing from your triggers. That has been pivotal for me in my healing journey, because if you are carrying so much baggage from the past, there's no way you can move forward and have like a good future, because you're still so anchored into the past. And like, I had some stuff to unpack, and healing from my triggers was huge. Like last year, starting in September, I really took just a more in-depth, well, my healing just took, in September, I reached a new depth into my healing. And that's when I took my first course that really just helped me to like look at myself and what kind of person that I've been, because as self-aware as I am, I still had a lot of blind spots. Like there were still so many parts of myself that I didn't see. But once I like gathered that new information about healing and like releasing the past, it was life-changing. Like that information was so life-changing. And from that first course that I took, I feel like it changed my life so much. And that's when I had, a couple months in, that's when I had decided that I no longer wanted to be an esthetician. I didn't really know what I wanted to do next, but I knew whatever I did next was gonna be bigger. But like, I just knew the passion, like it just expanded my mind, I'll say. It expanded my mind in such a way that I'm grateful for now. But yeah, so actively working on yourself, I feel like it really pays off. Like the more you work on you are your greatest investment. And the more you invest into your personal development, your mental health, and I feel like as long as you're like actively working to it, you will see the benefits, not only internally, but externally as well. I feel like because of all the work that I've done, I'm a lot more confident. I'm a lot more sure of myself, my decision making, and I'm not so male-centered. You know, it's because that was a big challenge for me to overcome. And again, that goes back to healing those triggers. Because of my the work that I did, it prompted me to create a worksheet to help others heal from their triggers, because I've seen how life-changing that was. And like, you really have to get out of the past to have a better future. So I did create a worksheet, Empower Your Inner Goddess. If you're interested in that, comment down below. But yeah, heal from your triggers, girl. You gotta let that stuff go. You gotta let it go. It's like, now this is my form of therapy. I haven't been to therapy in a while, because I feel like therapy, you know, it's good if I've been to therapy before, and I feel equipped enough to be able to deal with the things that I'm going through. And I feel like therapy can not always just keep you into a state of victimhood. And that was one of the biggest things that I had to overcome, was that victimhood. And that can be triggering to hear for people that are like still carrying that, just anything that happened to you in the past. Trust me, that was triggering for me to hear that I was playing a victim. But once you overcome that victimhood, I feel like that's where true healing begins and true transformation happens. Another big one was the boundaries, and not boundaries like before. I would just try to tell other people like, oh, my boundaries, these are my boundaries, you need to respect my boundaries. But in reality, my boundaries are for myself. I can't make anyone respect my boundaries, but I do have a choice of how I respond to someone that crosses my boundaries. And before, when people would cross my boundaries, I would just get mad at them and go into victimhood about how people don't respect my boundaries and all this stuff. But then now I've realized it's not that people were crossing my boundaries. I mean, they were, but really what it was is that I didn't have strong boundaries. Because if I did have strong boundaries, how are people able to cross my boundaries so much? That doesn't make any sense. So now that I have stronger boundaries with myself, and I actually enforce these boundaries which I'm still working on. I still, you know, I'm still a work in progress, but I've come a long way when it does come to boundaries. But now that I have stronger boundaries with myself, I feel like that radiates out, and now people respect my boundaries more because they can feel it. It's like that teacher. It's like the substitute. Say you got a substitute teacher. You immediately feel that teacher's energy when they walk in the room, if you could play with them or if you can't, because that's their boundaries, you know? And a teacher that feels a little more strict, you know, you can't play with her because they have stronger boundaries. People can feel whether or not you have strong boundaries or if you respect your own boundaries. So boundaries truly are for yourself. I feel like another big one for me is like self-love. You know, we hear that term a lot, but like it really means something different to me now. Like self-love and self-respect. Like when you love and respect yourself, there's just truly certain things you will not tolerate. And I feel like the stronger your boundaries become with yourself, the more self-respect you have, the better experience that you have. But again, it goes back to releasing the past, healing from those triggers, becoming emotionally current, learning that when things are happening, obviously there's something that I need to learn, especially repeated themes in my life, just in a place where everything is like a me thing. You know, if somebody triggers me, I ask myself, what is this trying to teach me? Instead of making it so much about what the other person did that triggered me, I ask, well, why did that trigger me? Like, what's going on underneath the surface? Like now, like I just see it differently, that things are trying, like the world is constantly trying to help me evolve and grow and become more into the version of myself that I desire to be. And if I put it out there that I desire to be this certain woman or have these certain experiences, and then these triggers are coming into my life, obviously they're showing up to help me to evolve into that kind of woman that I say that I want to be. So instead of like wasting so much time on, oh, this person did this, it made me feel this type of way. It's a me problem. It's me, because I realize that not everything triggers me. Only certain things trigger me. The things that trigger me are the things that I need to deal with, that are something in my energy field. Something is going on that I need to release and deal with. And now with my triggers, I don't sit and take months and months to heal. I sit there, I deal with it, ask myself, what is this trying to teach me? I'll journal on it, and then I let it go, and then I move on, because I just don't believe in spending so much time in my problems. Like, I just want to be more solution oriented instead of just staying in that victim mode. Oh, woe is me, this person did this to me. Like, no, I journal and I let it go. If I gotta cry, I cry. I have cried so much. I started like just really releasing, unpacking all of my triggers and stuff. I cried a lot, but it wasn't even like sad tears. I feel like it was just like a release. Like I released so much trauma from my body, that of things that I was still holding on to. And like once I released it, like I would journal, release, see what was the originating like trauma that I was storing. And once you release it, that's it, because that's all what a trigger is trying to do, is to show you where you're still stuck. But once you pull that thorn out, then you're good. You can move on. And that's why I really don't feel like I need therapy at this point anymore, because I don't want to sit and talk about my problems for an hour. I want to journal about it for 15 minutes and release it. Say if I have to do that 2-3 times, okay, I would rather do that than just sitting there talking about it over and over and over, re-traumatizing myself. Like, no, what is this trying to teach me? What's the lesson? Acknowledge it and release it and get it out of your body. Because as long as you stay stuck in the story of what happened to you, you can't grow, you cannot evolve. And like, I really want to get the best experience out of my life, and I don't want to be held down by things that happen to me. Like that's just a disservice to myself. So yeah, again, I created a trigger healing worksheet if you do feel like you need help and just being able to process your triggers. it's been really helpful for me. That's literally the formula that I follow when I'm looking to heal from my triggers. But I'm really excited to be back on YouTube. I really want to, I've been doing a lot of short form content on Instagram and TikTok these last couple of years. I've made a lot of changes. If you follow me from when I was a makeup artist, I literally became an esthetician since then. I was an esthetician. I got licensed in 2020. I was practicing the last 4 years, almost 4 years. And I created a women's feminine care product back in 2022. And then now I'm just at a different space where I'm ready to evolve. I'm ready to scale. I shut down my esthetician business earlier this year in February because, like I said, I was ready to scale. I no longer want to exchange my time for money. And I'm the kind of person where I will jump in with both feet. And I'm not afraid of the risk. You know, I know whatever I do is going to work. Every business that I've done has worked, but now I'm just ready to go to that next level. And that's a big thing, I feel, and just like trusting yourself and your decision-making ability and knowing that like you know what's right for yourself and you don't have to search outside of yourself for the answers. If you guys would like a more in-depth video on that, please let me know because I really want to commit myself back to YouTube. Because I miss the platform and I like long form content, and I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to find my way, but I'm in a new phase of my life right now. So it's not doing things that I don't want to do. For a while, I wouldn't call myself a people pleaser, but I feel like that's something recently that I realize is that I might have some like people pleasing tendencies and just wanting to like satisfy other people. And then now like something that I've been realizing is like I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. I'm not obligated to do anything I don't want to do. And also releasing like guilt for that. Like say you do stuff you don't want to do out of guilt. Like those are two emotions that I have released. Like I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm going to show up where I can. And if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to be made to feel bad about things that I don't want to do. That one is kind of a difficult one. Like it's still a muscle that I'm working because like that feeling of guilt can be just so strong. And like I said, I'm not feeling guilty. I'm done. I'm going to show up where it's from my overflow. And if it's not from my overflow, then I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to be made to feel bad because I am my first priority and I have to do things for myself. I have to put myself first. And that's not to say, like I said, I'm not going to help people that I love or do anything, but I'm not going to do things out of guilt. Like it's not good for me. And it's not gonna be good for the other person because now I'm gonna have resentment. Now, like, you know, it just creates a lot more other problems. I'm just really excited. I feel like I'm in such like a different place now where I'm just ready to go to the next level. Like, and I'm done playing small. I'm done, like, it's just time to go all the way. And I'm excited to just really build a community here on YouTube because that's been one of the things that I miss the most, is community. Because when I was an esthetician, you know, I had my clients, I would talk to them and I just had that community with my clients. But now that I'm not an esthetician, working as an esthetician anymore, I don't have that community. And that's something that I really desire, is to have like a community of women that I can help empower and just like add tremendous value to. So I'm really hoping to do that on this online YouTube space. And just let me know what you guys want to see from me. Like, I love talking about personal development, personal growth, self-development, all that stuff. I love makeup, I love skincare. So yes, just let me know what you guys want to see. And the journey to just like knowing yourself more as a woman is so special because you can be whatever you want to be, you know. And like I am such a dreamer in the sense that like the things that I want to accomplish are just so big. And like as a, just, I mean, anyone, but like as a woman, you can do whatever you put your mind to. And like I said, I feel like now I'm in a space where I'm not second guessing myself, and like I'm ready to no longer play small. I'm ready to just show up as the best version of myself. I'm ready to no longer operate out of fear, out of scarcity. That was a big one that I've had to overcome, is like the scarcity mindset, and just changing my relationship with money and the things that I desire. And just like overall really taking control of every area of my life that I can. And like just not living like haphazardly, just being very intentional with the way that I move, the content that I consume, just everything, the people that I hang around, just even like my energy and my attitude. You know, I never realized, like I wouldn't say that I'm a negative person, but I feel like my energy like is a lot lighter now. Just like when you carry a lot of like pain and trauma and things that happen to you, your energy can be dense, and you really could be like an angry, bitter kind of person and not even recognize it. You know, like I said, I wouldn't consider myself angry or bitter, but I was very like agitated and irritable. And now that I feel like I've released that stuff, my energy is lighter. I attract better because I'm like a higher vibrational match to the things that I desire. But that's huge. Like if you desire things and they're not happening for you, you're probably not a vibrational match for them, because everything in this world is energy. And I learned that to the degree that which you don't have what you want is the degree that you're resisting it. And like now that I understand that, like I just try to be more in harmony with my desires and keep my energy light. And if something is going on, release it and deal with it and let it go, but don't let it hold me back, because I don't want to carry around that energy, because I'm on a lower vibration, and from that I can't create from that lower vibration, or I cannot attract from that lower vibration. So I literally stopped wearing my lash extensions like within the last month or two, maybe like 2 months, and it's crazy. I feel like I look younger without the extensions on. This is something I do because whenever I put my lashes on and it's just like so much eyeliner on this waterline, I just take a wet Q-tip and I'll wipe along, because it literally makes me feel like I can't see. But make sure not to get it too close to the actual lash line. I hope my hair looks okay when I take this out, because I really don't feel like doing my hair today, and I just want to leave it clipped up in this banana clip. And then we'll spray with this, if there's even anything still in here, the one size. You know, I really want to try to take this out of this banana clip and fix it, but I know if I do that, it is not going to be the same. So I feel like I should just leave it. I kind of like the messy, I mean, I want to fix it a little bit, but I'm really scared. I don't know if I already said this, but what you say no to is also so important. I kind of touched on that, of just like not doing things that I don't want to do, but like really like not being available for things that are not aligned with you, and not just doing things. I mean, I guess I did already say that. Like, I don't know, just I guess what I'm trying to say is just being intentional with your time, with your actions, with the people that you surround yourself with. I think that's so important to just really grow and elevate. This really isn't what I wanted to wear, but I cannot find my other outfit that I was planning to wear. So I don't know. Ooh, I need to put that piece of hair in, but I just have on these shorts from Black and White Market or Black and White Label. I can't remember the name. And my top is from Pretty Little Thing perfume. I'm wearing Parfums de Marly Delina. I have never, of all the perfumes that I own, have received as many compliments as I do when I wear this. It is insane how many compliments I get. And it's also a really nice, fresh summertime scent, so it works. You gotta make sure this part right here is not ashy. And we cannot forget our cuticle oil. Okay, I gotta get the full vision to see. So I'm thinking about wearing my white sandals with these glasses. And I feel like I was wondering if I should do this blue bag to kind of give it some more color, or does that throw it off? I like the glasses, I like the shoes, don't know about the bag. All right, well, this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what else you want to see. I am really looking forward to just getting back on YouTube, really building my community and connecting with so many women, and I hope I can just provide so much value to anyone who watches my video. I'm always going to show up as the best version of myself and give the best version of me and whatever value that I can. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.